we'll talk about the Tony nominations because I have them pulled up, and low-key, I think I actually might watch this.
Blanket Fort.
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 Spoilers. There are some. I mean, you can decide, but
I'll tune in, but they've been a disappointment the past few years. So.
Well, okay, so I'm just gonna touch on some highlights. So, best new musical. What's nominated is Buena Vista.
We are rolling.
Yes, Buena Vista, Social Club, Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, and Operation Mincemeat. And I only know Maybe Happy Ending and Death Becomes Her, but I loved Maybe Happy Ending. I know I sent you like a text about it because I found the it wasn't a good slime tutorial. It was literally just the audio. But I heard visually it's really pretty too. Like I've seen like pictures and like small clips and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I really like that one. And then Death Becomes Her. I love Megan Hilty.
Oh yeah, Death Becomes Her.
I will say though that TikTok sound is really annoying.
Oh yeah.
There's 2 right now that are really annoying.
Mine is like the That Was Rude one. It's just getting a little too overdone.
That Was Rude is getting annoying, and then the She's Still My Life. That one makes me annoyed too. It makes me cringe a little bit.
Because people like I don't know, the videos that I've seen, it's overdone and they aren't like I don't know, like why you gotta tell me your business? Like some of your business isn't even entertaining. Right. You're like, oh someone got my name wrong on my coffee cup. That was rude. Okay? You're not the only one that's had their name wrong on a coffee cup. Like, deal with it.
Like, I know. My name gets wrong so much I had to put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Hey, well, your name is spelled in the most chaotic way known to man. Our parents really decided to make it.
I love it so much, though. I always tell people that, like, it is Abby. I know it. Like, it's Abby. So, like, auditorily, it's, like, the same as every other Abby. But I don't feel like kinship towards ABBYs or ABBIs or ABIs. Like, I feel like I'm on an island of my own, and it makes me feel special, and I really love that. I used to not, but I love it.
That's the same way with Lily's. Like, I'm Lillian. I'm not Lily. I do not associate with the Lily situation. Like, I'm Lillian.
Should I be calling you Lillian?
No. Do you call me Lily?
Yes. Or Lil. I think it's mostly Lil.
It's mostly Lil because I mostly call you Abs.
But if I'm talking about you to other people, I say Lily.
Oh my god. Who I am. I don't subscribe to that.
Whoa, I mean, I'm totally open to reformatting and changing all of that, but that's so funny. My thing with
Lillian, because there were so many Lilies in high school and in college that it was getting super annoying, and I was like, just call me Lillian. And so then I started, because I used to subscribe to Lily a lot, but that was mainly because I didn't really care.
Yeah.
That was before, like, I don't know, when I was young, like, I truly did not have a singular care in the entire world. But when I started subscribing to the name Lillian, I started feeling like, you know what, that's like an actor's name. Like, Lily's boring, it's been there, done that. But the name Lillian, though.
I can't think of a Lillian.
Oh, and, like, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt was also the reason why. Because Titus Andromedon would always say Lillian.
Yes.
And I loved that.
That's a super good reason. I can't think of a famous Lillian. I can think of many Lilies. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of a Lillian, though, and I can't. There certainly is one, but I can't think of it right now. I'm gonna remember one that's super obvious, but okay, yeah, that's real. Well, here, best new play. Let's keep going through these because there are some cool ones. I don't know much about plays, but I do know Oh Mary. I would love to see Oh Mary. And that's nominated, as well as English, The Hills of California.
Because Titus Andromedon, he was in Oh Mary.
I know.
What's his actual name? I cannot remember his name.
Titus Burgess.
Titus Burgess, okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, a Burgess.
I know. We have Burgesses in our family. Yeah, he's our third cousin.
Beautiful, I love that.
Right. John Proctor is the villain, and Purpose. But
I'd love to see John Proctor as a villain.
I've heard of it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
I know Sadie Sink is in that one.
Yeah, she's nominated for Best Actress. Mm-hmm. Best Musical Revival. This is where Jinx Monsoon comes in. Pirates, the Penzance musical. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Floyd Collins, Gypsy, and Sunset Boulevard. Mm-hmm. And then Best Play Revival. Eureka Day, Our Town, Romeo and Juliet, and Yellowface. Leading actress, we have Laura Donnelly for The Hills of California, Mia Farrow for The Roommate, LaTanya Richardson Jackson for Purpose, Sadie Sink for John Proctor as the villain, and Sarah Snook for The Picture of Dorian Gray. I didn't know she was nominated. I love Sarah Snook.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I love her. Leading actor, George Clooney.
Side note, have you seen, like, any of, like, the promo or any, like, the videos for Stranger Things?
No, I have not.
Dude,
I don't engage with Stranger Things.
I don't engage with Stranger Things
I'm not
either.
For.
I don't either, but people, it's the freaking video of Noah Schnapp acting is, like, kind of going, like, people are
bad.
It is so bad. He's like, run!
Good.
And it's, like, so bad, like,
good.
Yeah.
She deserves haters.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, just good nominations. Ooh, okay, Best Leading Actress in a Musical. What do we think? We have Jasmine, Amy Rogers in Boop, Megan Hilty in Death Becomes Her, Audra McDonald in Gypsy. I fear that's my choice.
Audra McDonald.
Yeah, Nicole Scherzinger in Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, no, I don't like Nicole Scherzinger.
And Jennifer's, is it Simmered or Simard?
I don't know.
Death Becomes Her. Yeah, that's Audra McDonald all the way.
Yeah, Audra McDonald or any of the ones from Death Becomes Her, I would be kind of, like, happy with, but, like, Audra McDonald, I think she deserves it. She's Patti LuPone.
Yeah, she's deserved every award that she's ever gotten. And Patti LuPone, the apology that she posted, she did not write that shit.
No, and there was this tweet that was making me so mad. Someone was like, so are you gonna stop attacking this woman now? And I'm like,
she hasn't stopped attacking Audra McDonald?
No, years. So you think an apology is going to undo all of her rudeness throughout her entire career? Like, I'm sorry. First of all, it's not my apology to accept, obviously.
Well, yeah.
But you think I'm going to look at her with sorry bright eyes and be like, good job.
Right.
Good for you. No, you've been awful for years and you're getting called on it now. Like, how about maybe in, like, I don't know, 20 years and we can look back and see, has she actually changed? But no.
Well, she clearly hasn't. Like,
no.
It's been a very long time. Like, how long the beef with Andrew Lloyd Webber has lasted? Well, you have beef with Andrew Lloyd Webber as well, so actually maybe we shouldn't speak on that.
Yeah, he's a different story. Yeah, I think anyone that has beef with Andrew Lloyd Webber should be
is valid.
Yeah, it's completely valid.
That's funny. I don't know why you have the beef with Andrew Lloyd Webber. I don't know.
Well, he's I'm pretty sure he's transphobic. First of all, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I can have beef too.
Yeah, he never treated Christine, the first Christine.
Well, I don't remember.
I can't remember her name right now, but she was in what was she also in? She was also a Repo the Genetic Opera.
Oh,
Sarah Brightman.
Sarah Brightman.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, well, I can have beef with him too then. I feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, he's just oddly, like, weird. Oh, I remember so you know there was, like, a production of Starlight Express that went kind of viral because they casted a woman in Greaseball and he was so mad about that. He was so mad about that. Oh, and his whole thing with Bad Cinderella. Listen, I don't like Bad Cinderella because it was written by Andrew Lloyd Webber, but also it was written very poorly. It was very one note. There was nothing new or interesting that he was trying to bring to it. I think it could have been interesting, but anything that was interesting about that production completely just kind of ruined. And he treated the West End cast so horribly. He blamed them for the fact that his show was awful, like screaming at him, all of that. And that show was initially called, like, I think that show was called Cinderella, and the only reason why it was called Bad Cinderella is because he wanted to do, like, this big, like, statement. Like, that's where that video of the girls, like,
one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I'm not your good Cinderella, I'm your bad Cinderella.
That is one of the funniest videos that's ever existed, though, and his existence did give us that and the Phantom of the Opera, so, like, I'll give him that one little thing.
Yeah, he can have Phantom of the Opera, but everything else, rot.
That is so funny. Alright, so I've been dying to talk about overcompensating. I texted you about it yesterday, and you didn't actually even respond to me. You actually didn't even respond to me, and I thought that was really, really interesting. I thought that was really funny, because then I texted you, hey, do you want to record tomorrow? And then you immediately said, yeah, that works for me.
Well, because I thought we were going to talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
And I didn't, I didn't know much about it, and
well,
also,
with that said,
as well as,
okay, in addition to,
mm-hmm.
well, I'm obsessed with that. Like, I'm so obsessed with that show. I watched it all yesterday on a whim.
Sorry, I was just looking at the way that you clipped your mic to your straw.
That gross. That was probably gross.
I just thought it was funny.
It was probably gross, actually. In hindsight, I was kind of just fidgeting and like doing shit, and now that you've pointed it out, I feel icky. Whatever. My hands touch this mic, and my mouth goes on the thing. Who cares? Whatever. No, hands are gross, but
yeah, you should cut yours off.
oh my god. So overcompensating is so funny. I'm so obsessed with it. I just kind of watched it on a whim. I was like, I need something to watch, and people are talking about how funny this show is, and I've seen the clips of Haley, who is insane. So funny.
Mm-hmm.
The character Haley. It is so funny. I'm obsessed with it. Like, because here's the thing. It's some people it depends on your age group, I think, how you feel about it. But like me being my age, I was like just experiencing the tail end of that like culture when I entered college. So I think the show was set in like 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I started college in 2015. So like I was experiencing the tail end of that like college culture. I relate to the entire show. Like it's actually insane how heavily like I don't know. Like it's some people are saying it's cringe and it's millennial. Whatever. It definitely is a little millennial, but I don't care.
I mean, being
I don't
cringe
care.
at that time, that was a part of the culture and stuff.
Well, yeah, and at the time, I mean, it wasn't cringe. Like
Yeah,
the things
it
we're doing
wasn't.
now, like they're gonna be cringe eventually. Like I don't. That's also propaganda I'm not falling for.
I mean,
Like I don't care.
Yeah. Also, I feel like they got the fashion pretty well.
Oh my
Like-
god, yeah. The outfit that oh my god, I'm so bad with
Because
names.
one thing that I hate is like when I see people do like you can have like Y2K fashion, but there are some people where it's like it's not like the traditional Y2K fashion.
Well, yeah, it's like when we were growing up and we would dress 80s and mom would be like, that's not the 80s.
Mhm.
That's like what movies said the 80s were. Like, that's not it.
Mhm.
It's
And
like
that's,
the
like-
same thing.
That's fine, but if you're going to put that like for a show, there was this one show. This was about like the 80s. This was supposed to take place in the 80s actually, and it was they had these girls wearing rompers, and it makes me so mad because this show it was Dead of Summer.
Mhm.
It lasted for one season. I absolutely loved that show. I watched it with mom, and I didn't know it was supposed to take place in the 80s. They had these girls wearing rompers. They had these girls wearing like natural makeup. Like it was like
Tragic.
Yeah, it was so tragic, and like I hate it when like shows do that. Like no, just dress for the period, or especially
No.
any period piece. One show that does kind of like a period fashion so well was Gentleman Jack. Have you ever seen that
No.
show? Very lesbian, very great show.
Okay.
Oh, it's Pride Month.
It is Pride Month. June 1st. June 1st. June 1st. But no, the on outfits, the outfit that Carmen is she's wearing it in the promo, like in the picture, the promo picture for the show, and then she wears it in an episode. I literally had that shirt. Like I'm pretty sure I owned that shirt my freshman year of college. Like
you owned it.
Anyway, I really do relate to the show quite a bit. Like I'm sorry, the humor was made for me. It's too relatable for me. Other people like my age group, like I experienced the tail end of it. Sometimes I don't want to claim like the college experience of like 2010 through like whatever. I went to college.
I mean, you can claim it. I claim the 90s, even though I was born in 1999.
Right. Like I similarly I do the same.
No, with the Smosh Pepperdy video, I was like, me too.
I was crushing it on that.
Me too!
I would have dominated. I couldn't believe some of the things that they weren't getting. I was instantly on that. Like, there were some, Olivia did so poorly. She was born, I looked it up, she was born in 1983. I was like, girl, I am killing it right now. And, like, even Amanda, like, I was doing so, I would have won that Pepperdy episode.
No, I'm fascinated by like 90s pop culture in general, and I was getting all of it right.
Well, because I think with our age group, something that I always thought, and I talk about it a lot now, because I feel like it was like very specific to people who were born like 1996 through 1999. We were born in the 90s, but nobody who was born before 96 would allow us to claim it, and it felt like such an exclusive club to me. Like, I wanted to be a 90s kid so bad, and I was 3 when it became 2000, so like I wanted to be a part of that culture so bad. Like, I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
be the 90s millennial, and they made it, like, older millennials made it feel so exclusive. And so, like, at that time, we didn't have the term Gen Z. So it was either, like, you were a millennial or, like, you were, like, if you were below that, it was just, like, you just kind of, you were here, I guess.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be part of it so bad.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of those shows, like, especially we were in a weird time of TV, so a lot of the shows from the 90s would always, like, play, especially for us, because we didn't have cable for, like, the longest time. We'd, like, watch all, like, the PBS shows, and they would just do reruns after reruns of things. And so, like,
I was raised on The Nanny.
Oh, yeah, I was raised, yeah, we were both raised
me.
Mm-hmm.
The streets killed me.
Exactly. Even, like, with Buffy and with Charmed and all of that, like,
those
we were just
the big two, the big three.
Yeah,
The Nanny, Charmed, and Buffy. Those were the big three.
And so it's like I can relate with all of those, even like with Arthur and any of like the PBS shows, any of them.
Yeah, for sure. No, I completely agree. So
like the dinosaur oatmeal. Oh my goodness. I was shocked that nobody chose that one. I'm like, dinosaur oatmeal is right there.
That was the obvious choice to me. Like, when we got to eat dinosaur oatmeal in the morning, like, oh my god, that was a good day. Loved the dinosaur oatmeal. Yeah, that, I actually loved that episode of Jeopardy. I was super pumped. I also love any video where Amanda and Tommy are in it. Did you watch the new show they did with the pairs? Where they are doing the teams. So they had Angela and Amanda and Courtney and Spencer. I need Amanda and Tommy. I think they're an underrated duo. I love them together. Ugh, I love them together. And I also need a Rasha and oh my god. I like can see the name. You know when you can see it in your head, like spelled out, and you can't say it. Oh my god. Trevor.
Okay.
Holy shit. No offense to Trevor. I think Arasha and Trevor are really funny together too. I think they're another underrated duo.
I agree.
I think part of the fun of Smosh is that every combination has a great a different kind of dynamic that they bring. Love that. Like I love Angela and Damien together too. I think
they're great.
They're really funny because I think Damien has like a very specific I think they both have like good improv. And Damien commits to a bit really heavily, like he fully can commit, and then Angela just like being so like she's just so big and like
they play off each other very well.
Like I don't know, that combination I think works really well
because they're both kind of outlandish, but they make their like outlandishness work together,
right? Because
like especially with Spudhead, I wanted to see more of Angela and Damien.
Yeah,
I wanted to see more of Damien's character too.
Yeah, I think they interact so well. Ugh. Anyway. That got so off topic, but I could talk about. I know we were talking about overcompensating. I did not forget. I've been dying to talk about this, but I could talk about Smosh for hours. To be honest, no, but it's So do you know what it's about? Do you know the premise of the show?
Not really. I've seen like clips on it, and I've seen like the funny clips and stuff.
Okay, so I would love to elaborate. So it's like roughly 2012. We don't have. Here's the thing that confuses me. We don't have a timeline locked down, but it's supposed to be like 2012, but they play Fetty Wap, which Fetty Wap was 2015 if I'm remembering correctly. I think it's just
the dramaturge had one job.
Right. I think it's just loosely in that era. I don't think they're trying to make it historically accurate, but it's loosely like that time frame. And it's starring. So have you ever seen the podcast with Benito Skinner and Mary Beth Barone?
No.
Okay, so I see their podcast all the time. I've never watched a full episode, but anytime I am on TikTok and I see clips, I'm locked in. Sometimes I even just go searching for clips because I think they're both really funny. But it was created by Benito Skinner, who his character's name is Benny. So the show is called Overcompensating because each of the characters, main characters, are overcompensating for something. So Benny's character he's entering his freshman year of college and he's gay, but nobody knows it. He's fully in the closet. Nobody knows.
You are gay!
You're gay! And so he's overcompensating in the sense that he's trying to be he's trying to come off as very straight. So he's overcompensating. Then he meets Carmen, who becomes his friend. She's overcompensating because for the longest time she was just her brother's little sister, and that kind of became a part of her identity, but he has passed away. So now she's entering her freshman year in college and she's trying to figure out who am I without being my brother's sister. So she's kind of overcompensating in that way. And then Benny's sister, Grace, who is played by Mary Beth. Is it?
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. I couldn't see it.
Give me a heart attack. So then Benny's sister is played by Mary Beth Barone, who is the other podcast host, Grace. So I would die for her. I would die for Grace.
Mm-hmm.
I would die for her. She is kind of overcompensating in the sense that she, like, growing up was kind of like, she was not a cool kid. She was, like, very punk. She was kind of like your vibe, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
when I said it, I was like, oh my god.
I remember when I was in elementary school, and this one kid came up to me, because that's when I had, like, my glasses. I just got my glasses in, and he was like, you're kind of like a gothic nerd.
Well, that was Grace, yeah. Which, like, is a great vibe. It really is. Like, I actually genuinely meant no shade by that, because, like, her vibe really is similar to yours. Like, she has, like, MCR posters on her childhood bedroom type shit. Like, it's very that. But, I mean, people got bullied for being like that, you know? So she's kind of overcompensating because now she's in college and she's tried to, like...
That was crazy, though, because I was in elementary school. I was more of a tomboy than anything.
That's true, yeah.
That was kind of a crazy... that was a crazy, like...
He set your life on that trajectory.
He did.
You were like, wait, goth nerd, I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I kind of like that vibe. No, but, that is her. She, like, goes to college and she kind of leaves that behind and becomes very, like, kind of sorority vibes. And she's, like, rejecting her true self in doing so. It's not, she's not living in her true spirit. And she is dating Adam DeMarco's character, Peter, who need that.
Is he the one with the, I'm visualizing him, I feel. Is he the one with the backwards hat?
This is Adam DeMarco.
Yep.
He was in The White Lotus. He was in a Disney show. Yep. He was in Radio Rebel. That's what it was.
Yeah, Radio Rebel.
Radio Rebel.
Yeah.
He was also in The Magicians, I feel.
I think he was.
He's
been in a lot.
He played Todd in The Magicians.
Yes, he did play Todd in The Magicians. Yeah. That was so funny. They hated on Todd so hard.
Yeah. I watched, I think, one season of that show. I fear I didn't finish it, but...
Yeah, I don't think he liked it. I did, though.
I didn't dislike it.
I liked it, but then they killed off... Spoilers, but they killed off, Quentin, and then I stopped watching.
Okay. I don't even remember the characters, to be honest. But that's fair. But yeah, he's in it, and he's dating Grace, the sister, and his whole thing. So they don't have, like, a frat in this show. They're a secret society, which I think is really fun, because it's, like, it would be very, like, obvious for it to be a frat, but it's a secret society that has both men and women, so it kind of makes it a little more interesting, I think. And he's, like, he becomes, like, the leader of this secret society, and he's just a frat guy. He's just a douchey frat guy, but he's kind of overcompensating because he's not very good at school. He's not very smart. He doesn't have much going for him, but he's a king, like, to his secret society, and he wants a job in finance after this, and that's kind of his whole thing. And they're like the main four. Like, Benny is the main character, and then Carmen is, like, right there with him, and then Grace is, like, secondary, and Peter is secondary.
Getting a job in finance is such a 2012 thing.
Oh, they're still out there.
I know, but, like,
they're still
you
don't
hear, like, I don't know, I feel like that's a very 2012 thing. I want a career in finance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because now it's cringe. Now everyone sees it as cringe. But yeah, they're the main four. But then we also have Holmes, who plays Haley. Haley has filled up my spirit. She's filled up my soul. I can feel her everywhere. I can feel her everywhere around me. Like, she's in this room right now.
Oh, okay.
She's in this room right now. I'm obsessed with Haley. Holmes is so funny. I didn't know much about them, but they were in a podcast with Caleb Heron, and I think Caleb Heron is so funny. And that podcast episode is hilarious. They have great, like, chemistry with one another. And Caleb Heron also has, like, a minor appearance in the show. But Holmes plays Haley, who is Carmen's roommate, and she's the one that you've seen, I'm sure, all the clips of, where she's like thinks her brother's hot, whatever, and she's like, he's dead, and she's like, pisses me off. Like so funny.
Like, but how dare he die, though?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, pisses me off. And I think my funniest line read of hers is where she's in an ambulance with Carmen, because Carmen, they were doing Edward 40 hands and Carmen killed it and she went to clap, but she had the things in her hands. So she cut up her hands, and they're in the ambulance and there's like some other like rando guy in there, and she's in the, and Haley goes, they can all just eat my ass. And then he goes, I could eat your ass. And she goes, only if you eat my friends too. She's like, oh my god. It's so funny. Like, it really is so funny to me. Like, I don't care. I don't care if the youngins think it's millennial and cringe. That's my culture. Like, that was my life.
I mean, it's been getting really good reviews.
No, it really has. It actually has.
And you know what? Propaganda I'm really not going to be falling for is like the cringe culture, like that kind of era of cringe, you know, because I feel like, listen, I don't like cringy things, but I will still like watch it. Like, what I don't like about it is like that feeling, because I get really like heavily embarrassed, and that's like like secondhand embarrassment. But there are some things that people are like, that's so cringe, and it's just people vibing out and like enjoying things, and that's what I get when it comes to this show. Like, why are you embarrassed to be you? Be who you are for your pride.
No, you're so right, because that's exactly what the show is. It's not secondhand embarrassment cringe to me. Like, maybe there are some moments, but it's not that kind of cringe. It's the kind of cringe that people think like, oh, this isn't my humor, so I think it's cringe. Mm-hmm. I do not feel the same.
Like, just because it's not your humor doesn't mean that it's like fully cringe.
Yeah. I'm truly obsessed. Like, I watched it all in one sitting. All of season 1 is out, and it pissed me off when it ended. Like, I was pissed. Like, I need to see more of it. Like, it was just so good. Like,
yeah, that's what I was. That's the feeling I was getting when I was watching like the first season of Sex Lives of College Girls, and then it just kind of fell off.
It has the same kind of promise. I feel the same way, and like it could. I need them to follow this momentum, because seriously, like, to me, because I loved first season of Sex Lives of College Girls, but I didn't love it as much as this. I love this a lot more, and really that show fell off hard. Like, it
did.
Almost immediately dipped by the time it entered season 2, and then I didn't even watch season 3 because I have no interest in watching a show that doesn't have that used to have Renee Rapp and then doesn't anymore. Are you kidding me? Not watching that. So. No,
like, the vibes are so different. Season 2, I think I watched half of season 2, and it was like, I didn't like the direction that it was going. Yeah. I didn't think, I don't know, like,
right, because everything I liked about each character, like,
was watered down.
Yes, like, I don't remember any of the characters' names except for Whitney, but the Chalamet girl, she was fun and funny in the first season, but then it just kind of got like, what are we talking about in season 2? Like what are we talking about? And then the funny girl, she was really funny in season 1, but then, like, I don't know, like, they did weird shit with her in season 2. It was just like, I don't know. And then Renee Rapp's character, I mean, I just love Renee Rapp. Like, I actually think they did like fairly decently.
Yeah, they did good with her character. I think her character development made sense and was good. Like, it just didn't feel like any of the characters developed to their full potential. Yes. In like but in like a weird way. Like, you don't have to have the characters fully developed by season 2. Yeah, but
you can see something. And the thing is I liked Whitney, because Whitney was a soccer player, right? I'm not getting names mixed up.
Honestly, I don't remember the names of any of the characters.
I'm pretty sure. If I say Whitney, I'm talking about the soccer player. I really liked her. Like, she was, I think, to me, like, the most, like, likable. Like, I just, I found her, like, I think they wanted the Chalamet girl to be, like, very lead character vibes. That's what I got from season 2. Maybe that's just me, but, like, I felt like that was Whitney. Like, I feel like she had the Chalamet, you know who I'm talking about, right? Timothy Chalamet's sister.
I didn't know that was his sister.
Yeah, dude, Bob girl is Timothy Chalamet's sister.
Oh, all you had to say was Bob.
Yeah.
And then I would have gotten it.
Ms. Bob is Chalamet's sister. What is her? I can't remember her first name.
Spotlight? Hold on.
But she that vibe was weird to me. Like, I don't know. That vibe was just weird to me. And then, yeah, I don't know. You pulling up visuals? Okay, let's get their real names or their characters' names. Okay, so Kimberly, that's Chalamet, Pauline Chalamet. Oh, yeah. She, and then, Whitney. Okay, Whitney.
Hold on.
That's who I thought she was.
Okay, there we go.
And then, what was Bella? That's the funny girl. And then Renee was Leighton. Yes. Okay. Yeah. But
yeah, I really liked Whitney, and then I liked Layton. Kimberly always annoyed me, not gonna lie. Bella, she also annoyed me. Like,
I loved her in season one. I thought she was hilarious.
Yeah, I thought she was good in season one, and then I think they were trying to do like shoot, what's the Netflix show?
There are so many.
I know.
What's it about?
You've never watched it.
Who's the main character? Who's the actress?
I can't remember. That's the whole thing.
Oh my lord. Okay, we need to move past it then.
Yeah. But I don't know. I felt like they were just they treated her character very weirdly towards the end.
It was weird, and something that I've seen other people talk about that I really don't have any perspective on because I've never watched another Mindy Kaling show. I've never watched another show by her other than like The Office. But a lot of people say that she treats a lot of her Indian characters as like self-inserts and then kind of sets them on a weird trajectory. I don't know the tea on that, but that's what a lot of people say.
Yeah. I liked Whitney. I felt like her character was going like in an interesting direction, but it wasn't enough to keep me interested.
They needed to do more with her because my thing with Whitney is I feel like she had so much potential. Like I really just I don't know. Maybe I just like that actress. Maybe I just like her.
I don't know because they kept on trying to push Kimberly on me, and like I just did not. Kimberly was just weird.
Yes, I completely agree.
Weird.
I completely agree because I don't like the like awkward girl like. I don't know, awkward girl finds herself in college, but she's still awkward, but she dates hot guys now. Like, I don't know. It's just like,
it just feels weird. Like, I liked Whitney because I liked her friend Willow, and I liked Lila Flores. I loved her.
Yes.
I just liked her like friends in general.
Yeah.
I hated what they were doing with Kimberly and what was his name? Cannon?
Yes.
I hated that.
Cannon. Because weren't they teasing, if I remember it, weren't they teasing Kanan and Whitney?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Kimberly swoops in. Pisses me off.
I think Whitney and him were together
I think they were, yeah.
A little bit. And then they kind of broke up, but she wanted to get back together with him, but he kissed Kimberly, and it's like, girl.
Like, and this is no shade to, like, Pauline Chalamet.
Yeah, no shade to her.
But Kimberly is so much less interesting to me than Whitney. Like, I just you're gonna leave Whitney.
She had the best friends. She had Willow, who's always on her side, a lesbian too. Like, come on. Yeah, I did not like any of that, and I was not shocked to hear that Renee left. Which oh my god, I love Renee Rapp. Have you heard her new song and watched her new video? I have not yet. I haven't watched anything new. I haven't seen Miley Cyrus's new stuff yet.
I haven't either. Did you listen to Man of the Year?
Yes, of course.
That song is incredible. That song is so good. So I enjoy What Was That? Like, I enjoyed it. But Man of the Year, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Me too.
The way people are talking about it, like, it's being very misunderstood and misconstrued. I feel very strongly that song, like, went, like, at the end where I didn't think he'd appear. It's not an actual man. A man did not come into her life. Her masculinity, her like, I don't know, her non-binary tea. I don't know what she actually no. She's specified that I think she still wants like she her pronouns and stuff, but she has like a very like she has a man side to her.
I'm very supportive of people like getting in touch with their masculine side as well. Because I feel like when people think of like masculine side, they kind of misconstrue it a lot and just and I just don't think I don't know, like I don't know how to, if I can like fully, I don't know if I have the words to fully give like my perspective because like I very much, what's the word I'm looking for? I relate to more of like masculinity in that side, more than I do my femininity side. And I've always kind of felt like ashamed of that a little bit, but it's not what people think. And I feel like some people, and I feel like sometimes people think of like masculinity and femininity in this black and white area when it's really like not.
Yeah. I feel fascinated about that because I have always, I've never had that like concept. Like my gender identity, I don't have any kind of like, I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? I feel strong in like she, her. Womanly. So I find it really interesting because like it is a lot more nuanced. Like I see the way people talk about it and I'm like there's so much more to it, and I feel like that's where Lorde is going. I feel like she's going like in a very nuanced direction, and she's kind of like, I don't know, I'm just I don't know. I can't speak much on it. I guess.
Yeah, she does need to keep her. She just need to like tone it down though. She needs to tone it down.
She does. I will say that. I love my girl.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, we got tickets to see her, but we have to address that elephant in the room. She needs to tone it down.
She does need to tone it down a little bit. I did not like the
Pamela
Anderson.
Yeah, Pamela Anderson.
I did not like that.
Like, listen, all for people, you know, talking about like sexuality and like exploring that and talking about like sex and all that, but tone it down a little bit, because Pamela Anderson has been very vocal about how that really destroyed her life. I'm very protective over Pamela Anderson in general, and what happened to her and what her co-workers did like on Baywatch and all of that,
there's nothing empowering about
There's nothing empowering about that or what happened to her.
No.
And like, listen,
she is an empowering person, I think, to like look up to because of like who she is and stuff, but the experiences she went through to get there, not.
Yeah, because she was treated as a joke.
Yeah.
Up until recently, she really was treated like a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And she's like not, and yeah, I'm very protective of Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely feel that. So, no, that I did not like, but I do think that she's going for, Lorde is going for a vibe of like intense honesty. I mean, I think she said that. She's going for this like unfiltered, like just full honesty type moment, and so she's sharing things that are a little odd. And I don't know. I
can support the unfilteredness, but I also feel like I always think of this word and I can visualize it like you were thinking of the name, but I can never say the word because it just...
Is it Trevor? Because that's the one that's the one I forgot.
No.
It's so like, it's
out
so
of touch.
Trevor.
Like, yeah, it's so Trevor from Smosh. But it's and so like
Mythical Kitchen.
Yes, Mythical Kitchen, of course. But I think out of touch is kind of like the word that I'm thinking of. Like, don't get out of touch
for real,
with the reality. And like, I feel like for a long time, Lorde has been like, her whole thing is the fact that she is so like closed off.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah, she's always been a little bit mysterious. Like you don't know much, but she shares like the way she's done her music. I feel is so open, and like you get like a glimpse into her. Her music's always been very vulnerable, but her just sharing like openly is not ever really happened.
Yeah.
No, I get exactly what you mean. It is a little out of touch. It's like, ground yourself in reality before you start like just spilling all your beans.
And maybe just because she's been so like closed off, it's just she hasn't like found that happy medium yet.
Yeah.
But like still, like, just tone it down a little bit.
Tone it down a little bit.
We got tickets to see you. Like, don't disappoint us.
Right. Well, I mean, since we're talking about gender, I feel like that's kind of a little bit of a segue to the end of Conclave.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna check the camera to make sure we're still rolling. We're good.
Perfect. Yeah, so we watched Conclave this week. That was the movie of the week, and I loved it so much.
I loved it.
Listen, so much.
If you are a fan of Housewives or anything that's kind of reality, where you're kind of just digging into like things, like, I think this is great for your nosy people. I did not expect that. I thought it was something completely different. I also was under the impression it was 5 hours long. Like, I was under the impression it was an incredibly long film, and it is not. Like, it is a very tasteful length. Yeah, what's the exact length on it? On IMDb it says 2 hours.
2 hours.
But I think it's a little over 2 hours. But like, very tasteful.
Yeah. I was under the impression that it was dry, boring. Like, you're just like basically a documentary for 4 hours. Like, I did not expect that out of it. I was interested in it all the time, and like the whole time. Yeah, I was making, because like I'm dabbling in some more like art. And I'm making, because you know I have my masks that I like to make, like my nice mask. Yeah. I'm going to show them my mask because I'm very proud of that mask. Okay. And I'm making another one. I don't think I've seen this one. You've never seen this one? Oh, wait, I have. I made this mask. It's really cool. I used like a face cast of something else, but I
paper mache'd this thing. I painted it.
Yeah,
because I'm
cool
making a project, and so that mask is going to be part of it. And so I was making another mask, and I had to put down making that mask because I was too invested in Conclave.
I'm low-key obsessed with it.
Oh, I love this thing. I'm making another Dreamcore inspired mask.
What is the, because the dog here reminds me of that photo of the dogs running around and the one dog looking through the fence that makes me cry. Is that what that's from?
No, that's actually from, because it's very tarot inspired, so it was inspired by the moon card.
Oh, okay, real. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? The picture of the dog looking through the fence?
I might if I see it, but then I have, like,
later.
This one.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, this is going to see it be in the back. Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Dreamcore, because I'm working on a project, and so masks are a very important part of them.
That's awesome. I love that. What were you saying, though? You're getting more artsy?
Yes.
What was that leading into?
Just me word vomiting.
Just speaking truth.
Yeah. Like, I'm a very unfiltered person when it comes to things, and, like I said, like, if I get on a topic, my mind takes me places that others don't dare to go.
That's funny. I don't know why. That just really, like, I think that's hilarious for some reason.
Like, no, truly, like, I'm pretty a private person just in general. So, like, if you, like, just meet me, I'm very, like, kind of closed off and all of that. So I really have to, like, like, get to know you. But I could yap on for hours. And in those hours, my mind will string along the craziest things. I mean, you've seen it. You've been.
It's funny because you're like, when we, like, if we were to, like, meet new people, you're the one that's more closed off. I'm still, like, I'm a shy person, but, like, I'm more likely to talk to a new person. But when you, like, know somebody and can get yapping, like, nobody yaps. Nobody yaps like Lillian.
That's right, Lillian. And remember it.
No, because I can yap, but, like, the second, like, my social battery runs out, like, instantly. Like, it just hits me like a ton of bricks every time, and then I literally can't speak for hours. Like, I have to go nonverbal for at least an hour. Yeah, no, I think every time after we are done filming this, like, the second that camera shuts off, I'm just gonna be.
No, even when we play World of Warcraft together, I'll just go on, like, a bunch of tangents. And I can tell towards the end when you're, like, done, because you don't engage as much.
Well, but I listen to the tangents. That's the thing. I just,
and I appreciate that.
When my social battery runs out, I, like, it literally, it presents in a way where it's, like, if my social battery was up, I would know how to respond. I would know what to say. But I completely, like, there's nothing. There's no way for me to possibly respond at that point. Like, I can't do it. I try to think, like, what can I say to respond to this? Like, what's something that, like, just anything, and nothing comes to mind. It just goes completely blank. Like, I'm listening to a podcast. Like, sometimes when you're talking, I'm just like, I'm listening to a podcast. And that's fine with me.
No, I respect that, because here's the thing. I'm a yapper. Like, I don't talk to many people, and so, like, when I get yapping, like, I get yapping.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Conclave. Conclave. For nosy people.
Yeah, so I mean, this is one of the biggest movies of last year. It was nominated for an Oscar, but in case you don't know what it's about, it's if you know what a conclave is, I think you'll get the right vibe.
I love how on IMDb it just says Bruno Noble, Dead Pope.
But conclave is about a conclave is the process of electing a new pope. It's what all of the cardinals they go to the conclave to. Actually, I don't know how to use, like, what type of word, like, is a conclave, like, is it a noun? Is it, like, do you conclave, like, in a verb, or do you go to the conclave like it's a place? I don't know. But it's I think it's just like an event. Like, a conclave is an event where the cardinals
It's a noun. A private meeting.
Okay. So they go to a conclave. They have hold a conclave and they elect the new pope. And so this movie centers Lawrence, who is played by Ralph. Is it Ralph Fiennes or is it Phineas?
I think it's Phineas.
I literally ask that every single time, and I've never actually looked it up for sure. I did just find out that he F's with Joanne Rowling.
Yeah,
so I don't actually really care much.
That one too.
That was incredibly disappointing to me. Also, John Lithgow, Tremblay, who's in this movie, he is going to play the new Dumbledore in the show. Yeah.
Why?
Ew.
Well, yeah, I'm not tuning into that show at all.
Yeah, I would not be tuning in. I saw somebody else say this on Twitter, but like I do feel bad because the kids, they announced who's playing the kids. I'm sure they're so excited. And I support those children in their endeavors.
Of course.
But I'm not going to be tuning in. Yeah. Because then other people are pointing out, like, the Snape casting pisses me off bad. Bad. Because the optics of that they completely dismantle the actual, like, what's actually happening. It really reframes that whole situation in a, like, very gross way.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't
like it. There's nothing nothing about it feels intentional to me. Nothing about it feels like we're making decisions to, like, enhance the story. Because here's the thing. We were Harry Potter fans growing up, and I would never even try to downplay that. I loved Harry Potter. I still enjoy it for what it is. But they're not that good. They're not that good. Like, something that will never sit right with me is the fact that J.K. Rowling wrote in a slave class into her stories and then made part of their whole thing the fact that they would prefer to be slave. What?
Yeah, and then making like people like be annoyed at Hermione for finding an issue with it.
Like, what? She was the only one through, and the series ends with Hermione really being the only one who gives a shit. What? What are we talking about? Like, there are some glaring issues with that story. So I could maybe stand by it. No, just the fact that JK is involved, I will never stand by it. But I could maybe, like, see a point in doing it if there was intention there, and they were like, okay, here are some things that are not great about this. Let's cast and let's write with the intention of enhancing the story, but it literally, it feels so cash grabby, and it is, because that's all JK wants.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, and it's just, you just know that none of the actors who they chose to play Hermione, they're not going to protect that little girl either. No. They're not going to. I mean, one thing that I will give Rick Riordan credit for was the fact that he really did like stick up for Annabeth. What's her name?
I don't know. I don't know much about that. I didn't watch that show.
I haven't watched the show either, but
because I think isn't Rick a Zionist?
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna give him credit for. That's why I say I'm gonna give him credit for that.
Yeah.
But Leah Jeffries, who plays Annabeth, I will say, like, did Disney protect this little girl? Absolutely not. But you know, he did put out like a post for that, and like her cast members really heavily protected her.
They are cutie patooties. That cast, I do like. I've seen like the photos of them and stuff. They're adorable.
Yeah,
I do hope that they get everything that they want and need and desire in their lives and careers.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong. But yeah, that's also on the topic of Ralph Fiennes. It does bum me out because he also was announced as the President Snow for Sunrise on the Reaping. And while I previously was very excited and thought that was great casting, it does disappoint me to know like how he is.
Yeah, because I just found out about that too.
It's disappointing because he's an incredible actor. I mean, two things can be true at once. You know, I'm never gonna lie. He's an incredible actor, but I cannot stand by any of that. But he is our main character in this, and he is the I can't remember the exact title, but he is the cardinal that's like, he's kind of like their manager.
Yeah.
He's kind of like their supervisor over at the church, over at the Vatican. And he is kind of tasked with like leading the conclave. Like he's running the show. And there are certain people who are all there are certain people who are campaigning for Pope. So we have Stanley Tucci as Bellini, and he is like our liberal choice in the Pope. He is like, he has very strong liberal beliefs for the church, like likes gay marriage, is okay with women being a part of the church, like all of that. He for a cardinal at the Vatican, he's really about it. But then we have Tremblay, who is kind of just corrupt. Yeah. We don't really get a huge insight into his beliefs, but we do know from the jump that he is corrupt. There's some weird vibe going on there. And then we have oh my god, how do you pronounce it? Ademi. Look it up. I get pissed when I don't know how to pronounce the names.
This guy's never let me down before.
In hands-on experience within.
That was loud.
That was loud.
Adeyemi.
Then we have Adeyemi.
One more time.
Adeyemi.
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay, so then we have Adeyemi, who I watched this movie like 2 weeks ago, full disclosure, so not all of it is super fresh in my mind. But he is also running, and he seems like a decent choice. They're all kind of like, okay, he's a decent choice, but there are some skeletons in his closet that come out. Then we have Wozniak. Wozniak is the Italian, right?
I think so.
I believe Wozniak is the Italian. He is the conservative choice. He is or no, I don't think
was it him or was it Mendoza?
I believe it's Mendoza. I think I'm just like, I'm going down the line and I'm getting confused because all men look the same to me. I believe it was Mendoza. I'm almost positive.
Well, it's just giving me the characters of Conclave. Hold on.
I wish I could remember anything. There's a little X there.
No, it's not. Oh, it did.
Lawrence's friends and allies. Oh, Wozniak is the. Oh yes, Wozniak is the guy who, the alcoholic guy who, kind of spills the beans on Tremblay. Yeah. It is Tedesco, Cardinal Tedesco. He's the Italian.
Oh yeah,
Tedesco is the Italian. And so he's like our conservative choice. He wants to go back to like the dark days. He's a full hater of the last pope. He's he's a hater of everything that the church is currently standing for, because the previous pope was a little bit progressive as well. And he was kind of leading the church in that area, and so Tedesco wanted to take them kind of backwards in that sense. He's Italian. He's like a purist.
Well, I mean, his picture on IMDb, like, that's a completely different man.
That is a completely different man. That's so funny. Yeah. And then we have Benitez, who is like brand new to the conclave. He rolls up like day before the conclave starts, because we find out that the pope who has passed, he like elected him as a cardinal through some process that allowed him to become a cardinal without anybody else knowing that he is a cardinal and that he exists.
How do I keep on closing?
And so they're like, okay, I guess you're like, welcome to the conclave, buddy. Let's elect a new pope. And he starts making waves a little bit because he carries himself in a very very progressive way, but also in a very like, what's the word I'm looking for? He's very confident but not boastful. He's passionate and very solid, and like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he unwavering in his beliefs, but very
empathetic too.
Empathetic, yeah. Like, he just good guy. All around good guy. And so throughout this process, they're kind of learning, about each other's, the things that would make them not necessarily qualified to become the pope.
Like, they all kind of got their own demon in the closet.
They've all got their own thing. So we have Bellini, who's like, he says he doesn't want to be the pope, but he does.
Yeah,
he does. He's the face of the liberals in the conclave in the Vatican. So they want him to become the pope, so he's up there. And then we have Tremblay, who really wants to be the pope. Like, he wants to be the pope bad.
Yeah, he's willing to. He sold out
Adeyemi because he Tremblay, he brings in a nun who is from Adeyemi's past, and Adeyemi had a child out of wedlock with this nun, but it was
she was like 19 at the time.
She was very young, and he was in his 30s.
Yeah.
And so it was very scandalous, very not cool to her. And Tremblay brings her on into the conclave as one of the nuns that is I don't really know the role of a nun in the Vatican and all of that. I don't know much about Catholicism in general. I learned a lot through this movie though. But and it really it sends Adeyemi in like a spiral, and it becomes very obvious. There's a very slight scene, but enough of a scene that the rest of the cardinals are like, "What's going on there?" And they're not going to vote for him. That scene with Lawrence and Adeyemi when Lawrence confronts him about it was really good to me. I really enjoyed that scene. Just really overall incredible acting, I feel. I do think that after watching this movie, I didn't watch a lot of the movies that were nominated for Oscars, but giving what's his nuts the best actor winning for for his movie after he did his weird speech, when it's all said and done, Ralph Fiennes did give an incredible performance in this movie. I do think this movie deserved more awards.
Oh, definitely.
Just based on performance. And I don't know, I take that back actually. I don't think bad people should win awards, but this movie I think deserved more.
Yeah. I don't really take awards that serious. I mean, actually,
I love award shows.
Living in my truth. I'm thinking about it. I'm a liar when I say that, because I do really think there's like value in having awards sometimes, and I feel like if we prioritize giving good people awards, we would just have a better experience overall.
Well, because I can agree. I think there's validity to both thought processes, but I love award shows. First of all, like I think a lot because I watch Las Culturistas, that podcast, and they always ask who are, by the way, in overcompensating, and it was so funny. But they always ask all their guests like what culture made you realize that culture is for you, and for me it's award shows. Like I loved when we were kids and we just watched the red carpet and watched the award shows. Like I love that. So there's value in it to me from that sense, like on a personal level. But I do think that people should be rewarded for their work.
Yeah.
I do think that people should be recognized when they do incredible things. I think the problem with award shows right now is that, like, I'm sorry, but if you're a member of the Academy, you need to watch all the movies. What are you talking about? I thought we were
all under the assumption that you were watching the movie.
Right. For the longest time I did, until what's her face? From Spider-Man and like Eternal Sunshine. God.
We're so good.
Imagine how much better my life would be if I could remember literally anybody's name.
I know, right? Imagine me too. I'm the same way.
But she said, like, she made a point. They were like, "Oh, do you watch all the movies?" And she was like, "Yes, I'm a member of the Academy." And that like opened up the floodgates of people being like, "Yeah, members of the Academy don't watch all the movies." And I think that is like, that waters down a lot of the value. I know at the Grammys this last year, they made a whole statement about like how they've redone their Academy, like their voting process, and they brought out The Weeknd for that.
I mean, the Grammys was just great.
The Grammys this year were so good.
The Grammys this year were so good.
It's like going to be a letdown this upcoming year. I'm preemptively disappointed because this year's Grammys were so good.
Like no other award show has been able to top the Grammys.
No, the Oscars were ass.
Oh, they were terrible.
They sucked.
AMAs were terrible from what I've seen. I
tried to tune in the second I saw that J-Lo was hosting. Turned it off. Sorry.
Why are you having? Why J-Lo just in general? Like why are we even allowing that?
It was like, I mean, we had like streamers there. Kai Cenat was at the AMAs. Like, I'm sorry, that's not.
Well, he had to promote what was it, Streamer University?
Streamer University, yeah. Whatever. That's also propaganda I'm not falling for. Anyway, Conclave deserved a lot more. I think if they all watched all the movies, the Amelia Perez-ification of the Oscars this last year was a travesty.
Terrible. I don't think those members watched that movie. Now that I'm thinking about it,
They can't have.
They could not have. I think they put that movie up there thinking, "Oh, this is a big statement." But if they didn't watch it,
yeah,
and I don't even think they watched any clips. I don't even think they really knew what it was about.
I think a lot of people are comparing it to Drive. Am I thinking of the right movie? Where I've never seen Drive.
I've never seen that,
but
either.
I'm pretty sure it's Drive. It won an Oscar for Best Picture in the early 2000s, and it was like propped up as this like, oh, it's progressive, like we're making a statement by making it Best Picture, and like in hindsight people are like, it was so offensive, like so offensive, and a lot of people were comparing Amelia Perez to that kind of trajectory or outcome. But anyway, so that's how Adeyemi gets out of the running, and that's also how Tremblay gets out of the running, because he's the one who kind of set that all up, and Lawrence calls him on it in front of everybody.
Also, we gotta give Isabella Rossellini her
oh, of course.
Is that how you pronounce her last name? Her flowers. Yeah. As Sister Rossellini, Agnes. Yeah. She was married to David Lynch.
Was she?
Yeah, she was in Blue Velvet. They met on Blue Velvet, and she was married to David Lynch.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's why she wore Blue Velvet to the Oscars.
Oh my god, I love that.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous just in general, but like, oh my goodness, like in Blue Velvet, just transcending.
Whoa, okay, I love that.
Oh yeah, and I completely forgot she was Sister Agnes. I was looking at her, I'm like, that's Isabella Rossellini. Yeah, I forgot she was in this movie.
Yeah, yeah, she was incredible. She played a major role in kind of uncovering the corruption that was occurring. And then we have Tedesco. I mean, we already he was whatever. But I guess like the way it unfolds, because again, we're not spoiler free here. Like we're talking about the movie. The way this unfolds is kind of in a way where like it doesn't look like Bellini is gonna win. Like he has promise, but it's not looking good for him.
Yeah. And
it's really like signs are pointing towards Tedesco, and they keep voting. So the process of a conclave, if you don't know, is like they sit in the room, they vote, and if the vote doesn't pass, which usually it doesn't pass the first couple of rounds, they put something in a fire, and it emits brown or black smoke, and it emits from the Vatican, and that's how the people outside know we have not chosen the Pope yet. This vote did not pass. When it does pass, they put something in the fire that emits a white smoke, and that's how everybody knows, like, oh my god, we've elected the Pope. So
we got a new Pope here. New Pope here.
New Pope here. So they do a couple rounds of voting. It takes like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 rounds, I think, in total for them to elect. But each time Bellini is losing more and more votes, but Lawrence is getting more votes. And it's kind of drama, it's kind of tea. That's where we get into like the Real Housewives type shit. Like it really is like it's catty. Like they're getting catty. It's really fun. But then also out of nowhere, Benitez is getting some votes, and they're like, what the heck?
Well, yeah, because Benitez, the whole thing is like Ralph Phineas or Lawrence, he does not want to be the Pope. He wanted to quit, actually, but the dead Pope would not let him.
Well, what I found really interesting about like his thing is like he's very adamant, I don't want to be the Pope, but him and Bellini have that conversation where Bellini's like, you want to be the Pope. You wouldn't be here if you didn't low-key want to be the Pope. And it comes out, and he's just like, you've chosen the name you would like as the Pope. And so he's adamant, I don't want to be the Pope. And he's like, when it looks like he might become the Pope, he's like, I want to be Pope John. And it's like, see? It's like, it's very interesting.
But like, how do you pronounce his name? Benitez. He,
I believe it is. Again, I watched this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. He keeps on like voting for Lawrence, and Lawrence
he feels like, strongly,
I'm not meant to be the Pope. He's like, keeps on telling him, but Benitez, he's like, no, I believe in you, because he has a lot of the same beliefs as Lawrence.
Pronouncenames.com.
Pronounce names. Benitez.
Yeah. We were right. Um, yeah, so he keeps voting. He keeps voting for Lawrence, and he feels very strongly that Lawrence is the person to do it, because they another kind of like aspect of this that they're talking about is like a person who really wants to be the Pope is probably not the right person to become the Pope.
Yeah.
It like, you know, it signifies kind of a desire for power instead of a desire for like bettering the world and the church. Which I think is like that applies to really everything. I think it's unfortunate, but I do think that's probably true.
Yeah.
The people who want the power the most are likely not the people that are going to be best suited for positions of power. So yeah, Benitez feels strongly about Lawrence, but the I guess the climax moment is that so we find out that there's some kind of conflict happening outside of the Vatican, but they're all sequestered essentially. They don't know what's going on outside. Lawrence knows, and a couple other people are like, there's something going on, but they don't want to know the details because they're not supposed to. The outside world is not supposed to influence their choice in their voting. And so there's some kind of conflict, but while they're voting in one of their rounds, there's an explosion, and it blows a hole in the side of their voting, the room that they're voting in, and it like opens up a whole new aspect to the voting of this conclave, because now they know that there was some kind of attack. I don't think they know why. I don't think they confirmed to them what it is. I don't think we actually know.
Yeah, I don't think so. Or I can't remember.
Yeah, but Tedesco, he really takes advantage of this in his favor as like the conservative choice. You know, he really starts like aggressively campaigning. I'm like, we need to go back. Like he starts claiming that this was like a terror attack by like Muslim people, and like just like being really aggressive.
Like we have to go to war with them.
Yes, he starts conflating it to like a religious war. Like he becomes very aggressive in his campaign, and it it then turns to Benitez, who makes a very powerful, very empowered speech, just like rooted in empathy and humanity. And
he's like, how many of you experienced war?
Exactly.
How many of you actually know what that means?
Because that's Benitez, that's his background. Like he has been in the world. He has been with people. He has seen the suffering that a human being can endure, and he's like made it his life's mission to like be helpful to the world, to genuinely being out there and making the world a better place. But Tedesco, he just kind of has sat, you know, in his room like talking shit his whole career. And so I loved that line when he's like, how many of you sitting here talking about some religious war have actually seen war? Yeah. I mean, they're talking about the Congo in this movie. That was like, nobody's talking about that. That was a big deal. Like,
I mean, it still is a big deal.
No, it is, but like it was like it in the last couple of years, more people, like it's become like more there's been more visibility on it. And I was like, I thought that was really incredible that this movie kind of brought more, like even more people into that knowledge, because you're not seeing the mainstream talk about really any of these atrocities, these genocides. So it was like, I mean, that's his character. Like he has done the work. He has been amongst the people, and so it gains him a huge amount of favor. And spoiler alert, he becomes the Pope.
Yeah, he wins.
He wins. He becomes the Pope, and I mean, I loved that. I really did. It was leading up to it for sure. Like I could have guessed that. It wasn't secretive. Like the way his character's introduced, all of it, like this like random mysterious newcomer comes in and he has different views from everybody else, but I mean, he's a great character. But throughout the whole film, there's like, you know, that there's some mystery. Like there's something that happened that nobody knows about, and Lawrence is trying to figure it out, because there was like a visit to a clinic that the old Pope, because the thing is, the old Pope was like Benitez's #1 fan. He was like, he really pushed for him to be there, and they had a connection to one another that nobody else knew about for a long time before he passed. And so Lawrence is trying to figure out exactly what that is. And after Benitez is elected Pope, he's already the Pope. There's no change in that now. Lawrence learns what that is. And I mean, it's that Benitez is intersex.
Mm-hmm.
Really, that's like what it is.
Yeah, like
they don't use that exact verbiage, but that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it's alluded to. And I see a lot of people misinterpreting that.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, because I watched like some like reviews on it, and like at the end, a lot of people are not understanding that he is intersex.
Yeah, I think that I think people are thinking that he was trans.
Yeah,
which I don't think that's exactly like. I don't think that's exactly what's happening here, because
no, they found that he had female parts.
Yeah,
but like the intersex, I don't know. I know a lot about intersex, but not enough to like be fully like informed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to like put words in like anyone's mouth or anything. But like intersex, it's a lot of people don't talk about that.
Well, it's just, I think it's just when your gender presentation, your anatomy, and your like chromosomes don't line up into the rigid binary of like what people, it's like it is a medical term, and it's like it doesn't fit the binary that like our current society likes to push onto like gender identities.
Yeah, and a lot of like kids who are born intersex, the parents a lot of times choose the gender for them. Mm-hmm. And that's like a big thing.
Mm-hmm. And that's what he explains happened to him. Like his whole life, he says, you know, I was raised a boy, I was raised a man, I didn't, you know, think anything of it. And then eventually it was learned that he did have aspects of female anatomy, and so that's what the clinic visit was about, was to see if he wanted to, you know, get the surgery to remove those parts of himself, and he ultimately decided not to. Mm-hmm. And so it was like I did not expect that. Yeah. I had no idea that's the way that this film was going at all. I thought it was so exciting. Mm-hmm. To explore and that, just, I really did.
His reasoning was like he was born in the body that he had, like that if God made him that way, and why would he want to change what God made him?
Right. And I saw something really interesting. So like I'm not religious at all. So I mean, but I did see something on TikTok really interesting that I thought was really cool. Somebody talking about how like within Christianity, like the existence of a trans person almost reinforces like the teachings of Christianity even more, because Christians are taught that that the body is just a vessel, and kind of the existence that your body cannot line up with like your true, like how you really feel inside, like your soul, your essence, whatever you choose to call that, is kind of like reinforcing that idea that like the body is just a vessel and we can do with it as we please. It may not align with like our soul. And I thought that was really interesting, because that's kind of like, I don't know, I did think of this movie because, yeah, he's like, I believe in God. I believe that he does what is right. And this is how he created me. So why would I change that? So I thought that was an awesome statement for such a religious movie.
And I loved the ending of the film. It was very simple. It just showed like Lawrence looking outside and seeing these nuns just laughing and talking. Like I think they were wearing like all white and all that. It was very, I don't know, touching. It was very simple, but it made a powerful statement.
Yeah. So overall, I loved this movie.
Yeah, it was just so good.
I really did.
And I just loved the inclusion, because we didn't really talk much about Sister Agnes, but the fact that Lawrence was really working alongside her, and that Sister Agnes was very close with the previous said Pope. And she was kind of the one that really got Tremblay in the end as well, like exposed him.
Yeah. Because Tremblay was really like very skeezy. Like he wasn't just campaigning, like he was manipulating to get this. I mean, he brought, what was the nun that was associated with Adeyemi? What was her name?
I don't know if they're gonna have her on here. I don't think they're because I don't think they never really.
I mean, she's shown, but not like she doesn't have like a super.
I don't know if they.
Yeah, I just see Sister Agnes. I don't see. Oh, is it Sister Shinumi?
Oh, I think that was
the other credited nun.
I think so,
but it doesn't have a photo of her.
Yeah.
Either way, he brings her there to kind of throw off Adeyemi, and
I want to know how to pronounce his name. Howtopronounce.com, don't fail me.
Balkisa, I think.
Balkisa.
Balkisa, that's the actress who plays her.
If that's her, there's no photo.
Yeah.
It has to be though, because she was the only other nun that like had a like a significant role in the film. So like she would be the only other credited person.
Yeah.
But it must be a really early role for her because she doesn't have a photo or any other credits.
No. She was in Conclave 2024. Who is the Land 2018. And she was in ACAP, All Cops Are Bastards 2012.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I think, and I also think the acting was just so good. It really, like, I was in it like I was watching reality TV. That's the thing. Like, I was not, oh my god, I just realized that my laundry is probably been sitting in the washer and I need to move that soon. We're almost done anyway, but the acting was so incredible.
Yeah, it really was.
Stanley Tucci, what a guy.
What a guy.
Cool guy. Yeah, I mean, for me,
he is not gay though.
No, he is not, which is crazy.
How would you rate Conclave? Oh well, I don't have an account with IMDb, so it's probably not gonna let me.
You can.
Oh really?
Yep.
I'm gonna rate it. What would your rating be?
Well, okay, IMDb does out of 10 and Letterboxd does out of 5, but
yeah, but like following the IMDb score right now.
IMDb to me, it's like an 8.5 out of 10. It's not something that like spoke to me on a deep personal level.
I can't do a half, so it's gonna be an 8.
Okay, yeah. It didn't. Oh my god,
it's not gonna let me.
I didn't have an account for the longest time, and I feel like I was reading things.
I gotta get an account for IMDb though.
You do. You also need to download the actual app on your phone.
Okay.
I have all the movie apps, but you Google. You type in IMDb on the Google app. Probably not even the Google app. Probably Safari. I use Safari actually.
I'm not that crazy. I'm not that.
You don't use Safari?
No.
I don't use it on my laptop, but I use it on my phone.
Oh wait, well, I kind of have to use Safari on my phone.
You don't have to. Actually, it's getting annoying.
I actually have Google on my phone, but like sometimes it'll like automatically go to Safari though.
Well, it's annoying me because now every time I use Safari, it asks me if I want to switch to Google Chrome because I have Google Chrome downloaded, and I just need to remove it because every time it asks me, and then something like it'll pop up right before I'm about to tap something, and it takes me to Google Chrome, and I get pissed.
Disgusting.
I get mad.
Safari. Google, Safari, everything. Safari was like I remember in school, like that was the main search engine.
Yeah.
Like the people were like, you use Safari. And honestly, that was like the main search engine for a lot of people for a while. That and Firefox, I think.
I forgot about Firefox. Yeah. Google ass now. I need to
stop using Google. It is terrible. It's filled with a bunch of AI stuff now.
It never gives me what I want.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm a Bing truther. On my desktop, on my Windows computer, Bing. That's the default. I've never changed it, and I won't do it.
No, I think that's good.
Gives me actually what I'm looking for.
No. I need to switch to Bing.
Yeah. Google can eat my ass. Only if you eat my ass, my princess first. I biffed it. I biffed the quote. It's fine. Yeah, I loved this movie. I really did. I thought it was so good. Do you have anything else?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, Conclave was your choice. Yes. You picked Conclave, so it is my choice next, and the movie I choose is After Sun.
Cool. I don't think I've heard that. Well, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it's about at all.
Starring Paul Mescal, or Mescal, I don't know which one it is.
Mescal.
I'll look it up. Starring Paul Mescal, and I think he's a single father, and I've really heard super sad and tragic things, but I'm really into sad and tragic right now.
Okay, so you're gonna force me to be in sad and tragic.
Yes.
It's okay, in the audience at home.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm really, I don't know why, but things have been hitting me harder than usual lately.
Did you ever watch What Remains of Edith Finch?
I did.
We gotta discuss that one of these days.
And I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it.
Bawling my eyes out every single time towards the end.
See, I didn't cry, but I was like moved.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't in my emotional state at that point.
No,
I think if I watched it now, I would cry at it.
You need to rewatch it again. You need to watch. I'll send you some more.
Okay.
Videos of it.
Okay, I can do that. But no, I recently revisited Preacher's Daughter, and I listened to the whole thing the other night. I cried like I've never cried before. I was like heaving. You guys can't see this. There are 60 YouTube tabs open right now. All YouTube, every single one.
It holds all of my playlists on YouTube.
Is that a Yellow Jackets edit to Strangers?
Yes, it is about Shauna and
Turn it
Jackie.
on. Turn it on. How long is it?
6
minutes long. Okay, that's fine.
The whole thing. Well, it will probably get copyright, so we should probably end the video and then.
We'll watch it later. No, the song "Strangers" specifically because it just came on in a playlist and I was like, man, this song is good. Man, this song is good. I need to listen to the whole album again. And I listened to the whole thing, and like, there's something about it. Like, it's a great album. Always liked it. Always watched it, and like, or always like knew the lore, like what all the songs are, whatever. But there was something about it. The second that last line of "Strangers" hits,
I know.
I thought I was gonna be sick the last time I listened to it.
I literally made me sick one time. I was bawling at 3 a.m. to this song.
Oh my god, there's something that, like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like an emotional, like, I don't know, maybe there's something about my brain chemistry at this moment that allowed the emotion to really seep in a different way. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die.
Well, I think because the explanation of this song, of why, like, this song was made, because, like, we have, the album is a concept album, kind of like in the film of like a movie, and like in the style of like a movie. So you have Sun Bleached Flies, which is like that's like the ending of the film. That is her, but The Strangers, she describes it as the film roll. So like as the credits roll, and I think the last line that gets me is just like, this is the end. That is the end. And it just kind of hits you, like the entire album just takes you on a journey.
It's, oh my god, it's just insane. And I know that Hayden has talked about like possibly writing a book about the story, but new album, you've seen that, right?
Oh, of course.
Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You.
Of course.
I'm so excited.
And listen,
it is Willoughby Tucker, right?
I believe so. I think it's Willoughby Tucker.
Oh,
and I loved, like, some people don't like mess with the ambiance albums. I mess with them heavily.
I love ambient music.
Yes, I loved Ethel's
Perverts.
Perverts.
She's so funny. I mean, I know that she didn't do it to be funny, but it is funny that like her fans are like we're for, like, if somebody asks us like, what are some songs by Ethel Keane? What does she write music about? What's an album? We have to say Perverts, and and a whole album about a woman being murdered and cannibalized at the very end. Like that is, hey, it is what it is.
Listen, I love cannibalism.
It's stunning. I just love I mean, everybody's always talking. It's the new thing now. Cannibalism is a metaphor for love. Girls love cannibalism.
Listen, I was in the trenches of Hannibal when that was the thing, and y'all called me
OG.
Weird
for
you were
it.
OG. But no, that was the whole thing with Hannibal.
Yeah. But it does eat. It eats. No pun intended. No, that album's been hitting lately.
Okay.
But After Sun next week. Let's do it. I'm gonna move my laundry and then show me that edit.
Okay. Bye. Oh wait, do you have a quote?
Sister, I'm pickled.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I have not.
Okay, so Mistress Isabel Brooks, she told a story on her YouTube channel where when she first saw Georges for All Stars, Georges had a lot of filler, and Mistress looked at her and she was like, what the fuck? And Georges already knew that she looked crazy, so she looked at Mistress and she said, sister, I'm pickled.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.